joined live by main man, creator, founder, all things A Sea of Red, Jon Manson. Looks like you are right in the middle of it down there. Jon, why don't you tell us where you're coming to us from and you're at right now? Like what yard line, what sideline?
Yeah, what's up, Chad? I'm right down here on the field at Razorback Stadium. This is right at the 5-yard line. This is going to be the side of the field that Liberty warms up on, and behind me is Liberty's sideline. So Liberty's going to be entering the field back from down that tunnel. Arkansas comes out of this tunnel right here. So that's kind of where I'm at. The players should be out here warming up in a few minutes.
All right, talking about I saw your tweets earlier. I guess I can. Shadro made the trip, and Jonathan Bennett. You saw him warming up. Do you anticipate him making the start here in 1 hour?
Yeah, I think Jonathan Bennett will start today. We'll see how he goes. I think Charlie Brewer is going to be the backup guy. So if Bennett struggles at all or is not ready or doesn't have his legs underneath of him, Freeze will be able to go to Brewer. But yeah, Shadro Lewis is here. The last couple of days, he wasn't really much of the game plan and didn't practice a lot because his status is up in the air. So I'm not sure how much he'll be part of the game plan. But he is here, and I expect him to play some. But yeah, I think Jonathan Bennett will start.
Also, let's talk about the turf. I know you guys had some rough weather. You didn't even get into Arkansas till last night with what they had like tornado warnings, a lot of rain, wind. What is the turf, the natural grass down there? Is it sloppy or did it hold up pretty good?
No, it looks real good, actually. I mean, there's not, I don't know if you can see behind me, there's not a cloud in the sky, sun shining. I think its highs are going to be in the low 60s. But down here on the field, it feels good. It's warm. It is a natural grass, but it looks good. I don't know if you can tell behind me. It's not wet. It's not muddy. It looks really good.
So what are the feelings there? I know you probably got to see a little bit of the tailgating there. Is Arkansas amped up for this? I mean, does it have a similar vibe to the Ole Miss game where, to me, Miss game was like, it was kind of their bye week, but still they showed up. How's the feeling there in Arkansas? Are they geared up for a top 25 matchup? Or is this like, hey, this is our SEC bye week, we should blow these guys out?
Well, it definitely does not feel like a top 25 matchup, but it does feel like a big game that they're amped up and ready for. It is homecoming. They made us media members, park like 2 miles away and walk down here. So we walked right through the heart of their tailgate scene. It had a lot of, it felt a lot like walking through the Grove last year at Ole Miss. A lot of people tailgating. I'm sure I'll tweet out some photos from that later this weekend. But yeah, I mean, then I walked up to the stadium and there was lots of people waiting in line, and you might not be able to see it from here, but the student section is down at the other end, and they opened the gates about 90 minutes ahead of kickoff, and that student section's already full. So the rest of the stands, obviously not so much now, about a minute out or an hour out from kickoff. But yeah, it's it has a feeling of an SEC game, and it's homecoming, but it's not like they're playing Alabama either. So, and I hope I'm not yelling. I can barely hear down here with these speakers behind me. So,
you sound pretty good. Raise it up a little bit. We're seeing. There you go. About like that. Yeah, it looks good, man. I know I've been reading all your coverage and articles leading up to the game, so I kind of know what you think will happen in the game and your prediction. But anything different this morning? Like when you woke up, are you feeling, how are you feeling? What are the keys to the game? Are you still sticking with the same stuff you've been writing all week?
Yeah, I'll get to that real quick. But right behind me is the Liberty section. I'm not sure if you can see any of the Liberty parents of the players or not, but that's a Liberty section right behind me. But yeah, I feel like I feel good. I picked 31-28 Arkansas to win. I do think Liberty will keep it close. Hugh Freeze's whole game plan is to try to get to the fourth quarter and have the game within reach striking distance. And I think that's going to happen. I think his team will be ready. They've had 2 weeks to prepare. Obviously Arkansas has a dynamic offense. led by KJ Jefferson and their running back Rocket. They're going to have some explosive plays. They're going to put some points on the board. But I actually think it's going to be a lower scoring game than a lot of people expect. Because Arkansas likes to run the ball. That's their bread and butter. They're one of the top rushing teams in the country. I think they're number 6 in the country in rushing yards per game. And then when Liberty gets on offense, they're also going to be trying to slow down the game, eat up the clock, try to make it a shorter game. So I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of the game is in the, mid to upper 20s or, maybe Bailey hit 30. So, the key for Liberty is just stay in the game early. You don't want to fall behind and it be, 14-0 5 minutes into the game. So stay in the game early, keep it close, and, that'll give the team confidence. And you get to the fourth quarter, Arkansas might be a little doubting themselves and thinking, maybe this is a legit top 25 team.
Yeah, I think that JB probably has a short leash. I feel like that, Brewer's hand. Have you seen him throw any? I mean, last week we were hearing that his hand was swelling up and he was unable to play. He played 3 plays. Do you think if it's needed that Brewer could go more than 3 plays today? Have you seen it or heard anything about that?
Yeah, I haven't seen him out here yet. He should be out here in a few minutes. But I haven't seen him out here yet. But, yeah, I mean, he's here. I fully expect him to play some today. Whether that's 3 plays or not, I think is really relying upon JB. If JB struggles and the team starts to fall behind a little bit, I think Freeze will be quick to go to Brewer and see what he can give them. And it might be one of those things where, he rotates them in and out every couple of series. Bennett maybe doesn't have his legs and the stamina that he would normally have after, battling through the flu this week. And, same thing, you can also keep Brewer, try to get him like 1 or 2 series at a time, then, try to, rest his hand a little bit. But I would think, he was close to being able to go 2 weeks ago when we played BYU, and it was kind of like a last-minute, scratch after those first 3 plays. I would think 2 weeks later, provided the swelling has gone down, I would think he'd be ready to go, and we'll be able to play some today.
Awesome, John. We'll send you out of here. Good luck today. Hey, thanks for all the coverage, unparalleled coverage you give Liberty. Get back up in the press box. And do you think one last question here? Do you think that they'll have Tennessee, Georgia on a TV up in the press box, or is that going to be like just checking the scores every once in a while?
Well, I'll have to be checking the scores. But one thing I wasn't prepared for. It's an open air press box, which that's only the second one I've ever been to. And I'm in short sleeves and I don't have a coat, so I might be freezing in the fourth quarter. We'll see.
We're all for fourth quarter. All right, John, have a good night and good luck this week or today. And we'll be watching all the coverage, all the tweets, and reading the articles. Appreciate all you do, man.
Awesome. Thanks, Chad. Go Flames.
All right, that was so cool to John there on the field and see him pregame, get all the roster lineup, get the feel of the stadium. You could hear it there. You could see the Liberty contingent. One cool thing that we don't talk about much is the Flames fan charters or Flames Club charters a plane. They actually chartered a plane and took some Flames Club members down last night. They went to Topgolf. So, there's some Flames Club members down there having a great time. Went to Topgolf last night. Like I said, they're staying at a hotel right there, either near the team or with the team. So pretty cool. And then they get to go to the game today and fly back home. So great job to Mike Hagan, his staff, and everybody that made it possible. Should have some red and blue in the stands there. And that is not Rel Porter's jersey. It was real close. Rel was 33. This was the year after Rel. And I'm gonna leave the anonymous. I don't even know the word. I'm not gonna tell everybody who that jersey is just quite yet. I'm gonna have a couple of guessing games. But yeah, new backdrop, got all kinds of Liberty swag back there. Rashad Jennings football, my diploma. Hugh Freeze bobblehead. I will show you one thing, right? That is that white cigar box right there. So these are all cigars that I've collected, and each one has a real cool thing about it. This one is from our BYU 14, Liberty 41. So that was our last game, and that cigar made it up there. So, yep, got the new backdrop going. We'll be talking more about that as we go. That is not a Rel Porter jersey, but Coach CZ, appreciate you, man. And it's almost basketball season, and we'll have to have you on talk some Flames hoops. All right, awesome stuff from game right down the field, and we're getting pumped here. We'll be watching it. Lots of good football on, but honestly, when the Flames are on, we kind of tune all that out, check the scores later, and we love our Flames, and we're top 25 team in the country in SEC country, playing a great Arkansas team, and we're only a 2 score. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but if we win, the implications are huge. We're talking top 15. We're talking everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. So yeah, and as John has pointed out several times before, this season is so important to set our rankings, because next year's rankings are based upon this year. Blah blah blah. That's way down the road, but it's going to be a fun Saturday. I love they're competitive, and on the national stage like this, at work, should be a good game. And yeah, let's go Flames. Thanks, John, again for doing that, and get back up to the press box. He scrambles a lot before the games and to get everything set up, and he just has all his 20 minutes before the game. He tweets this. 30 minutes, puts this article. He just has his whole thing. So appreciate him taking a few minutes to do that with us. All right, you guys enjoy this Saturday afternoon with Flames football, and we'll be checking. I'm sure we'll do a Twitter Spaces right after the game with John to kind of get our emotional reactions right after. I feel like that catching him right after the game, and everybody can join that and have an opinion and talk, and getting everybody's opinion right after the game is always fun because it's a little bit emotional, but it's a good time. So we'll catch you guys in a Twitter Spaces after the game, and go Flames.